who represented Amber Heard in the slander case against Johnny Depp. A large cast of characters were highlighted by the explosive defamation trial involving Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, not the least of whom was the legal team that failed to obtain a victory for the Aquaman star. The trial is now being brought back to light through Channel 4's new 3-part documentary Depp v. Heard, over a year after the losing judgment. The BAFTA-nominated director Emma Cooper's series promises to look into what the major events of last spring tell about violence, gender, and the memification of justice in the era of post-truth. For those who need a reminder, Mr. Depp, who was 58 at the time, sued his ex-wife Ms. Heard, who was 35 at the time, for $50 million over an opinion piece she had written for The Washington Post in December 2018 in which she detailed domestic abuse and how she had felt the full force of our culture's wrath for women who speak out. She did not specifically name her husband, Mr. Depp, with whom she shared a marriage from 2015 to 2017, but his attorneys contended that readers of the newspaper were likely to infer that he was to blame for the incident she alluded to. They asserted that the article had cost their client lucrative movie roles as a result. Ms. Heard countersued her estranged former husband, whom she met when they starred together as lovers in The Rum Diary in 2011, for $100 arguing that it was she who has been defamed by one of his attorneys, who had argued that her claims to victimhood were a hoax. The case duly went to trial and for 7 weeks, commencing the 11th of April 2022, proceedings unfolded at the Fairfax County Courthouse in Virginia with the entire world watching on via livestream. Viewers were soon picking over every barbed interaction or seemingly significant glance between the two Hollywood stars and their respective legal teams on TikTok, Instagram and Twitter, obsessing over the minutiae of the case in intricate detail, hunting out hot takes and fiercely advocating for their chosen side. On the 1st of June, the jury returned a verdict largely in favor of Mr. Depp and ordered that Ms. Heard must pay him $10 in compensatory damages and $5 in punitive damages, also siding with Ms. Heard on 1 point from her counterclaim, requiring Mr. Depp to pay her $2. Both sides appealed against their respective verdicts before finally agreeing a settlement in December. As Depp v. Heard invites us to return to those feverish days, here is a look back at the members of Ms. Heard's legal team who became unlikely social media stars as a result of their parts in a real-life courtroom drama. Elaine Bredehoft. Amber Heard's lead attorney Elaine Bredehoft has been a practicing litigator since 1984 in both state and federal courts in Virginia, D.C. and Maryland, and is a co-founder and partner of the Virginia-based firm Charlson Bredehoft Cohen Brown and Nadelhaft. Originally from Minnesota and recognized as a specialist in employment law, Ms. Bredehoft is a fellow of the American College of Trial Lawyers. She enjoyed her fair share of memorable moments during last year's proceedings, notably drawing a grin from Mr. Depp when she sportingly lowered her voice to impersonate him, reading out a transcript of a tape in which the actor had declared, "You will not see my eyes again."